I think one of the scenes I remember the most um, is definitely from Batman: The Dark Knight.
I grew up watching lots of movies, but I would say definitely images from, the classics, Saturday Night Fever.
I obviously can't choose one scene out of 60,000 majestic movies that I've seen in my life. The crop duster scene from North by Northwest.
So I would say the scene of Interstellar when they are in the water planet.
There is a scene in the movie called Patterson, and I was really attracted to, actually, it was quite a few of them, where the main characters are kind of laying in bed in the morning.
And it's, I think, the first time in my life that I've watched a movie, and I was just like, how the hell did they shoot this? As a 10-year-old, I mean, the movie came out in 2008.
That opening sequence, boots on the ground, walking on the cement, scored with the amazing Bee Gees soundtrack.
He gets shot, he gets beat up, but no. A plane tries to run him over and kill him, which is something I like since I enjoy dramatizing reality and putting my characters in a situation where they have to challenge themselves.
They find out that the big mountain that they were looking at was actually a wave. Well, besides, the visuals and everything else, what I really liked was the music.
It really stuck in my mind because for some reason, I kind of find that time in the morning with like a special person really calming. And if there were like a security kind of image in my mind for like life, that would kind of be the point.
I think it was most. First of all, I loved the contrast between Batman and Joker. I think it was extremely well written. And then just being like, I don't know who to root for, and whoever wins, you're okay with, right? And it was a whole very tight frames. It was very like in it. You feel like you're in the action. And that was the first time I think that I fell in love with movies. I was watching Batman: The Dark Knight. I watched it with my dad, and we're just fully invested in it.
At a very young age, I kind of took away the importance of like a character's gait and like a character's just mannerisms and how it brings a story to life and how it brings like a whole world to life. All throughout, definitely that film, those images of his feet walking, the suits in the store, oh yeah, two pizzas, he says, two slices, yeah, two's enough, carrying the paint bucket down the street.
That crop duster was not dusting anything.
I like even like how they made that moment be so big, and like I felt I was with them, and that was beautiful. Like I felt like oh my god, like this wave is gonna kill me. And I don't know, that I feel like from all the movies that I've watched, that scene just stuck with me, and I was like, yeah, I want to do that.
I think it's very much storytelling. I think storytelling is, at least for me, the most important thing.
As an audience, we feel so involved in this character's life, and we've only seen him walk down the street with a paint can. But that's what the movies do, and that's why I decided, this is definitely the career for me. I need to make other people feel this way.
Because I like creating these stories, and I like dramatizing reality and putting my characters in situations where they would never find themselves in actual reality. And
well, like what it makes me feel. It's not about like, well, I guess visual is always important, but it's more like what it makes you feel after. In the credits, you're like, after watching the movie, you're like watching the credits and you're like, whoa, that was great.
I think that film is a really cool way to, it's kind of more about the world creation, and you can make things that are very extreme and beautiful and kind of like a fantasy kind of world. So I always liked really unique things that we won't really get to see in like this life unless you go like exploring into some crazy stuff in the world. So I also really like the fact that you can be anything that you want to be. If you were to try to professionally do something in your life, you can't get it all done, but you can be anything you want in film as many times as you want. So I've always been attracted to that too.
And I think it's the first time that I was cheering for a villain in this particular film. And that was just like, you're a 10-year-old kid, you always want to root for Batman. Batman's the best. And then you have this antagonist that comes into play, and then you're like, I'm not too sure if I want Batman to win, right? And it's just, I think that description of like how you write things and how you can sort of charm the audience and get them to root for somebody you don't necessarily thought you would, I think was a very interesting way of storytelling. And that's why it made me really get invested into film and look deeper into it.
And that's basically the feeling that pushed me to choose to have like a career in the film industry, because like I want to make people feel what I feel when I watch a beautiful movie. So yeah, that's it.
That character building, that world building, everything about it is just so enticing. It's so like thrilling, because you get to make up worlds, characters, situations. Like, who are we? Nobody. But we get to be everybody.